Hello everyone, welcome back to Lucky Loads 15, and in this video we'll be previewing day 2 of the Galway Festival, and we'll kick things off in the 520 with a horse called Pakora, 9-4 bookmakers at the moment, trained by Willie Mullins. Paul Townend is booked for the ride. This horse won on its hurdle debut last time out at Cork, where it was a little bit careless over some of the hurdles, but if it could improve, I thought it could go really well. It's going to be getting the mare's allowance tomorrow. I know Ruby Walsh does have a decent looking opportunity for Willie Mullins, but I would be against that selection at the prices, and Pakora would be for me at 9-4. So that's going to be the first one that kicks us off. We then go to the 555, the beginner's chase. Quite like the horse here, Chateau Conti. It's 10-3 best odds with bookmakers at the moment, trained by Joseph O'Brien. His cousin JJ Slevin is booked for the ride. Finished third last time over chases at Dan Royal, which wasn't a bad run that day. 2 wins before that over hurdles for Willie Mullins, so connections obviously think quite a bit of it. I thought this was a wide open race, but I thought for your money, Chateau Conti could give you a decent run. We then go to the 625, which I think is quite an easy race to work out. I'm liking the chances here of Hermosa, 11-10 best odds I've seen, trained by Aidan O'Brien. His son Donato O'Brien, who's been riding really well this year, but for the ride. Full sister to Hydrangea I should say, finished 4th on debut at the Curragh in an eye-catching run, and I think this is going to be the typical Aidan O'Brien horse that improves over time, and I could definitely see this one getting its first win under rules. We then go to the 705, and I quite like a horse here called Hot Stone, 22-1 bookmakers at the moment, trained by Eddie Lynham. Billy Lee booked for the ride, finished 4th on its reappearance at Tipperary. I think you can rule off that run. It was quite prominent in the betting that day. It was 10-3, second favourite, and I think obviously they did expect a good run, but if you watch back the race, there was so many mistakes in it. I think it just really needed the run to get its fitness back. Showed some promise as a 2-year-old, finishing second at Naas, so I still think there could be some leeway in this horse, and I thought the jockey booking as well wasn't bad. Billy Lee's a good respectable jockey, and I thought 22-1 could be a little bit of value there in a very competitive race. We then go to the 740, and I quite like the horse here called What's the Story, 14-1 bookmakers at the moment, trained by Keith Dalglish. Billy Lee again booked for the ride, been running some really good races and some competitive handicaps. Finished 4th in the Royal Hunt Cup at Royal Ascot, went to York then next time out and finished 6th in a wide open handicap, so it's been consistent. That also as well, an interesting move by Keith Dalglish to take it over to Ireland. They obviously fancy a good run from it, and I thought 14-1 tomorrow with the blinkers on, this horse could go quite well. We then go to the 8-10, and I quite like a horse here called Serefeli. It's trained by Peter Fahey, who's a trainer I really rate. Ronan Whelan booked for the ride. This horse won this race last year off exactly the same mark, and I thought tomorrow again it could go really close. It was an attractable each way price, 8-1 bookmakers, and managed to find out there. Ran in some fair races this season, not won, but been running creditably against some stronger horses, and I thought even though this horse is going to be carrying near top weight tomorrow, it could definitely be a player. We then end in the 840, and I like a horse here called Pensax Lady, round about 20-1 with bookmakers at the moment. It's trained by Daniel Mark Loughnane, and tomorrow Ben Cohen, claimer jockey, is claiming a good £7. He's been quite a promising jockey over in Ireland. He had a £10 claim, and he recently rode it down after getting quite a few wins, and he's been impressing quite a few people, being given chances by quite a few different stables, and I thought tomorrow this horse was quite interesting. It's only 1 out of 19 on turf though, however, but I still thought that wouldn't put me off. This horse has been running fairly well. Finished 7th last time out at Wetherby, being quite a competitive handicap, and some of those horses are rated quite a lot bit better than this field, to be honest with you. And I thought Pensax Lady again was overpriced, and an interesting move, bringing it over from England to Ireland. And I thought maybe this one could spring a surprise with a few bookmakers playing multiple places. So anyway, that's the conclusion for day 2 of the Galway Festival. Go and check out my day 1 Glorious Goodwood Festival predictions. I'm going to be there tomorrow with BBC Radio 5 Live. Really looking forward to it. So yeah, that's all I've got to say really. Hopefully we can have some winners tomorrow on day 2 of the Galway Festival. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel here at Lucky Loads 15 if you haven't done so already. You can also follow me on Twitter at Lucky Loads Swifteen. Best place to follow me on social media. So yeah, that's all I got to say really. Hopefully we can have some winners tomorrow. Please gamble responsibly, and we'll be seeing you soon.